No, I have a medical exemption.
Oh, okay. That's
cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't.
And that, my friends, is the difference between Indiana in a rural area and most of the communist places around the rest of the country. How do I do what?
So you had a medical exemption.
Because I have a medical exemption.
But then how did you get one?
Oh, you claim it. It's under the HIPAA law. So here, come over here and we'll talk. You may not know it, but everybody in this country has a medical exemption because if you wear a mask, you can suffer from hypoxia. Hypoxia means you don't have enough oxygen. The correlating problem to that is too much carbon dioxide in your body, which lowers your immune system, making you less able to combat infections. So you can take your mask off and breathe freely, and if they want to mess with you about it, you have rights under HIPAA, which is the Healthcare Privacy Protection Act. You also have rights under the United States Code Title 42. Walmart doesn't want you to file a Title 42 civil lawsuit against them. So take your mask off and breathe. And if anybody asks you, just let them know you're taking your medical exemption, because in this country, we still have rights. And unless we all stand up and fight against it, you may not know this, but the next thing they're going to do is a mandatory vaccine. And Bill, do you know about Bill Gates?
No.
Okay, so Bill Gates, the Microsoft guy, you might remember back, my name's Lucy, by the way.
Oh, I'm Barb.
Nice to meet you, Barb. So you might remember back in like 1999, Bill Gates was like the worst person ever because he had the monopoly and he was trying to shut down everybody else that was a competitor. What happened in about 2000? He flipped everything over to a nonprofit, so now he makes even more money as a nonprofit. So what they're currently doing in Africa is they're testing those vaccines, which are killing so many African children, disabling and maiming them. Now, why? Why? Because if you sell 7 billion doses of a vaccine, how much money do you make? This is a guy who's like one of the 3 or 4 top richest people in the entire world. How is he going to make more money? He can't sell more software and really make a lot more money at 50 or 60 bucks a pop. But what he can do is he can get the legislation through and fool the entire world. Look at all these people walking around. I mean, I'm old enough to remember, freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to stand up and fight this. We have to walk around. People have to see us without masks on so that they know that there are people that are fighting this. Most of these people will say that you and I are selfish. We're healthy people without symptoms, right? So we're healthy people without symptoms. What does that mean? It means we're not sick. Did you ever hear of them quarantining, healthy people in your life, or was it always sick people? So here's the next end game. The next end game is everybody gets sick and tired of masks. Then what happens? Then they have a vaccine. Now you can take off your mask because you got the vaccine. The problem is the vaccines are being made on the cells of aborted children. I don't know if you knew this. Okay, we got one who's waking up. I'm doing a Facebook Live right now. That's why I'm not putting you in the picture because I don't have your permission. But people can see my triple chin now. I worked hard for this triple chin. I have 10 children. I ate a lot to get there. But seriously, so the next end game is vaccines. Now they have this will blow your mind, COVID, certificate of vaccine ID. Do you know what 19 is? Letter A, letter I, number 1, number 9. COVID-19 AI, certificate of vaccine ID, artificial intelligence. They make fun of us with this. But if you've read the Bible, you know what the end game is. The end game is every man gets a mark. So they've already ordered 300 million doses, 300 million syringes with RFID chips in them, so they can put them in your hand. Then you'll go through the grocery store and you'll just scan your hand. What did God tell us? No man buys or sells save he has the mark. Guess what Bill Gates did? He created, you've heard of Bitcoin, which is electronic money? Bill Gates has his own, and the patent number is 060606. I kid you not. I looked it up myself because I'm a little skeptical. I'm not going to start sharing stuff around until I look it for myself, but there was a patent 060606, and it's Bill Gates's electronic money. So there are 2 companies that I know of, one in England and one in Georgia. It's called Trust Stamp, which means, have you heard of the credit system, the social credit system in China, where they watch you all the time? So if you pick up a piece of trash and you put it into a trash bin, you get good social credit. If you speak against the government, they take points away. If you don't have enough points, or if they just don't like you, you can't travel on the trains, you can't travel on the airplanes. This is what we're fighting for our children and our grandchildren. Right there is the right to even just travel, to just be able to move freely about this country. See, so right now, you can claim your medical exemption, and, she didn't say anything, we just walked through. That might not have been true in New York City, but it's true in Indiana, because the people around here were rural, they still have freedoms, we're mostly farmers. Try that in Indianapolis. There was a man in Canada that refused to wear a mask in a value like a dollar store. The Canadian police followed him home and killed him. Of course, there's no body cams, and he didn't have a Facebook Live like this. So guess what? He's dead. And that's not fake news. That is like, go look it up. It is really crazy. So, Barb, I'm glad that you're able to breathe freely, as I am. I'm going to walk around the store, breathe the oxygen in here. And if it was really about your health, then don't you think they'd be telling you to get sunshine, eat your broccoli, get your exercise? Yeah. And if you're sick, stay home. If I were sick, I'd be home right now.
Yeah, right.
And if it was an absolute dire emergency, I could wear a mask just for a little bit, just to make sure, but there isn't anything I need bad enough to wear a mask. So as long as I can take a medical exemption, walk through Walmart, I'll give them my money. But the second that I can't do that, I can't do it.
Are you going back?
So, yeah, so I don't want to put anybody on the video that doesn't want to be, because I'm kind of like that. But yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you.
You glad to go back?
Yeah, fist bump. Here, no, I'll shake hands. And that's